Can anyone hear me?
Yes, Miss Belcher.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the special call board meeting of the Mississippi Achievement School District. Today is September 27th, and the time is now 4 p.m. The meeting is now called to order. The agenda is before you, and the agenda is adopted. Once again, this is a special call meeting. I will ask each individual who has an item on the agenda to name your item and just briefly give us a short overview of what the item is, and we will move forward until that is done. Once again, the agenda is adopted. Each individual with an item, once again, you are to provide just a brief overview of your item after you name your item. And the first person on the agenda is Mr. Ricks, and we will go in that order.
Dr. Watkins, if I might present for Mr. Riggs. The first item in 3.1 is the Educable Child application, which allows the district to enroll students in private placement, those who might best be served in a different setting. And we will receive partial reimbursement for those enrollment fees. I will also present for Mr. Wilson. The first item is the approval of the McCoy Book Fair fundraiser, which is, of course, a fundraiser that will enable McCoy Elementary to add to their student activity fund and provide incentives to students throughout the school year. 3.3 is the approval of Woolfolk's Homecoming fundraiser. So, of course, we will be moving into the homecoming season in the coming weeks. And we want to ensure that the school is able to provide engaging activities while also increasing their activity fund balance. An additional fundraiser for McCoy Elementary is the Homecoming T-shirt fundraiser, which will enable students to get into the homecoming spirit and also increase the student activity fund balance. 3.5 is the professional services contract between the Kirkland Group and MASD Yazoo City to provide high dosage tutoring services to our students in grades 3 through 12 in the areas of English language arts and mathematics.
Thank you, Ms. Bailey. Dr. Austin, if you would pause for a minute, I'd like to go on down to 3.7, and because the 3.6 will require all the principals to participate, we can get you last and we'll be able to get through the agenda, I think, more quickly. All right, 3.7, Ms. Bailey.
3.7 is a request, Dr. Watkins, to approve the purchase of textbooks from MDCC or Mississippi Delta Community College bookstore as an other than lowest bidder to ensure that our students have timely access to their textbooks for dual enrollment. 3.8, we're requesting approval of a professional services contract between Kids First LLC and MASD Yazoo City to provide high dosage tutoring services in the areas of 5th, 8th, and 8th grade science and biology 1. 3.9 is an approval of the Progress Learning quote for USA Test Prep online coursework for Humphreys County High School. And likewise, 3.10 is approval of Progress Learning USA Test Prep for Yazoo City High School.
In 3.11, we're requesting your approval of claims dockets for September 27th, 2023. We have Yazoo City Region claims numbers 59609 through 59644, totaling $526,859.25. And Humphreys County Region claims numbers 182198 through 182245, totaling $157,061.11.
In item 3.12, Dr. Watkins, we're asking for your approval of our library automation system with the vendor book systems, which will enable us to be in compliance first with the state accreditation standards for library media specialists and media services within our schools, and to also enable us to automate all of our books and enable students to check out books and digitize this process more for Yazoo City. And likewise, 3.13 is approval of the library automation quote for the book systems vendor for Humphreys County.
All right, Mr. Dixon, would you scroll on down to make sure we've gotten all the items? I want to see the very bottom. Okay, let's go back to 3.6. And Dr. Austin will manage this portion of the agenda and call upon the appropriate principals to do their part of the reports. Thank you, Dr. Austin.
Good afternoon, Dr. Watkins. In 3.6.1, we have the Humphreys County Region Board reports. They will be reported out by Dr. Landfair for Ida Green Elementary, followed by Ms. Tanner for O.M. McNair Middle School, and Mr. Matthews for Humphreys County High School. Dr. Landfair.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Okay, for Ida Green is identified as a CSI school, and CSI, that is a comprehensive support and improvement school. Our goal for this year, our overall school goal is a 385, which is a B. To get that goal for reading, we have to have 36% proficient students, and that is 58 students out of 163 students. To get that goal for math proficiency, we need 39%, and that is 64 students out of 163 students. To get that goal for growth of all in reading, we need 70% of our students showing growth of all in reading, and that is 69 students out of 98 students. For math, we need 65% of our students showing growth of all, and that is 64 out of 98 students. To get that goal in our bottom 25, our least performing subgroup, we need 75%, and that is 35 out of 45 students, and 100% for math, and that is 45 out of 45 students. Okay, for our total enrollment, we have 376 kids. Our student average daily attendance is 96.89%. Our students with 2 or more absences, which is considered chronic absences, is 8%. Our teacher attendance rate is 96%. Number of discipline referrals, 3. Number of classroom observations with ELA was 22. Math, not so much. We had 6 with math, but we have improved that number since I last did this report. We had 6 for math. Our allocation of resources, our school improvement funding for fiscal year 23, the total allocation was $111,495. Fiscal year 22, remaining balance $72,405.23. Fiscal year 21, remaining balance is $20,289.39. Our allocation of resources for our Title I funding for the fiscal year 23, we have the remaining balance of $2,356.68. For FY22, our remaining balance is $1,319.33. And for our fiscal year 21, we have $7,050.58. And that is my portion.
Thank you, Dr. Landfair.
You're welcome.
Ms. Tanner.
Good afternoon, everyone. Dr. Austin, that's the high school's presentation. Is that mine? Oh, I'm sorry. That's mine. I'm sorry. Okay, so this is the board report for O.M. McNair Middle School. So our goal this year is to have a total points of 441, which will give us an accountability rating of B. To hit those goals, we need 41% of our scholars proficient in reading, 34% of our scholars proficient in math, and 45% of our scholars proficient in science. In terms of our growth of all, we need 70% of our students to grow in reading and 75% of our students to grow in math. And then our growth of our bottom 25, we need 76% of those students to grow in reading and 100% of those students to grow in math. Our Our August data, our enrollment count was 325 students. Our student ADA was 96.28%. Percent of students with 2 or more absences were 7%. Our teacher attendance rate was 99%. Number of discipline referrals, 6. We had 9 observations in ELA for August, 13 in math, and 7 in science. And our allocation of resources for our 1003 application for FY23, we have a remaining balance of $114,092. FY22, we have a remaining balance of $33,701.91. And FY21, we have a remaining balance of $0 for our 1003 funding. In terms of our title funding for FY23, we have a remaining balance of $159,122.04. For FY22, our balance is $56,302.29. And for FY21, we have a remaining balance of $750.
Thank you, Ms. Tanner. Mr. Matthews.
All right. Good evening, everyone. I will be doing the board report for Humphrey County High School. Our goal is 765 points, which is an A school. In order to do that, we need 35% of our students scoring proficient in ELA, 80% growth all, and 100% bottom 25 growth. In math, we're looking at 44% proficiency, 100% growth all, and 100% bottom 25. Science is going to be 39, and we're looking for 39 points. In U.S. history, we're looking for 35 points. Participation rate, 95%. And that's all on that. All right. Here, total enrollment, we had 430 students. Student ADA, average daily attendance was 98.19%. Percentage of students with 2 or more absences from school will be 2%, 9 students. Teacher attendance rate was 99%. Number of disciplinary referrals, 18. Number of classroom observation was 12 in ELA, 10 in math, 10 in science, and 8 in U.S. history. All right. Allocation of resources and title funding, 1, 4, and 5 for the FY23 have a remaining balance of $132,243.50. FY22 remaining balance is $6,225.07. And FY21 remaining balance is $10,828.75. This concludes my board report. Thanks.
Thank you all principals in the Humphreys region for making those reports. Now we will go to the Yazoo City region, where we will have Ms. Doyle make the reports for McCoy Elementary School. Ms. Belcher will make the report for Wolf Oak Middle School. Dr. Fuller will make the report for Yazoo City High School. Ms. Doyle. I will make the report for Mrs. Doyle. At McCoy Elementary School, they are identified as a CSI school. Her goals are to have 26% of her students reading proficiently, 38% of her students proficient in math, 70% of her students growing in growth for all in reading and math, 80% of her students in reading, growth for LPS students, and 100% of her students identified as LPS in growth. She has a 25% proficiency goal for 5th grade science. Her total school enrollment is 866. Her ADA for the month was 95.71%. 19% of her students were identified as chronically absent. Her teacher attendance rate was 95%. She had two discipline referrals. She had 27 observations in ELA, 22 observations in math, and 5 observations in in science. Her resource allocation for school improvement FY21 remaining balance was $121,616. Her FY22 remaining balance is $29,142.37. Her FY21 remaining balance is $6,596.35. Now we will have a presentation for Woodfork Middle School from Ms. Belcher.
Good afternoon. For Woodfork Middle School, we are identified as a CIS school. A CSI school. Our overall school goal is to be a 416, which is the letter B. We need 36% proficiency in reading, 35% proficiency in math, and 45% proficiency in science. For the growth of all, we need 65% in reading, 70% in math. For the growth of the bottom 25% in reading, we need 65%. In mathematics, we need 100% growth of the all. The current enrollment is 476 students. Our student ADA is 98.66. Percentage of students with 2 or more absences for the month of chronic absences is 3.87. Our teacher attendance rate is 91.23. The number of discipline referrals we've had thus far is 19. The number of classroom observation ELA is 18, in mathematics 19, in science 15. The allocation of resources, school improvement funding, 1,003. For FY23 remaining balance, we have 114,570. FY22, we have 15,109. FY21, remaining balance is 0. The allocation of resources for title funding for 1, 4, and 5. For FY23, our remaining balance is $251,133.90. FY22 remaining balance is $22,956.35. At FY21 remaining balance is $16,959.88.
Thank you, Miss Belcher. Now we'll have Dr. Fuller present for Yazoo City High School.
Good afternoon, everyone. I will be presenting for Yazoo City High School. Yazoo City High School goal this year is a 624, which is a C. So in order to obtain that goal, we need, our goal for reading proficiency is 23%. Our goal for reading growth of all is 70%. And our goal for growth of bottom 25% in reading is 75%. Our goal for math is 32%. Growth of all for math, 75%. And growth of the bottom 25 is 100%. Our goal for biology, 23%. Goal for U.S. history, 36%, with a 95% participation rate. Our total enrollment at Yazoo City High School, 537 students. Student ADA, 96.9%. Number of students with 2 or more absences, 6.8%. Teacher attendance rate, 97%. Number of discipline referrals, 13. Number of classroom observations for ELA, 16. 10 for math, 15 for science, and 9 for U.S. history. Allocation of resources, school improvement funding, 1003. Our remaining balance for FY23, $53,096. 0 balance for 22 and 0 balance for FY21. Allocation of resources for title funding, 1, 4, and 5, $207,810.13. FY22 remaining balance, $28,883.10. And FY21 remaining balance, $31,247.50.
Again, thank you all for making those board reports for the Yazoo City region. We are happy to see that on both sides of the district, attendance is at 90% or greater, and we want to keep working hard and keeping those attendance rates better.
Thank you, Dr. Austin, for managing the reporting process for the schools that are required reports for the Mississippi Department of Education. We certainly appreciate everyone participating in this special call meeting to get all items approved on the special call agenda. The items that are listed under discussion and action, I declare them all approved. There are no items for number 4 for financial. We're now at adjournment. The meeting is now adjourned. Everyone, I wish you a great evening. The meeting is now closed.